Kadence watched from the shadows as her brother Nathan disappeared down the stairs to the club with her fellow hunters Asher, Logan, and Jace following him. Nathan would kill her if he knew she was here, or, more likely, lecture her for hours on end. But she wasn't going to sit this hunt out. She was forced to sit out most of her life. She wouldn't miss this. She just had no idea how to get into that club. Her gaze ran over the line of people snaking around the side of the building and waiting to get inside. The man at the front of the line held a red rope. He'd let her brother in as soon as Nathan approached him. Kadence had never met the man before, and if she had to wait in line, she would never make it inside in time. She didn't know how or why, but she'd always somehow known things over the years, and her instincts were telling her this would be the night and she had to get inside now. Just as her instincts had told her when her father was killed. She shuddered at the memory of the sweeping, empty feeling that had descended over her the second her father left this world. Hours later, his death was confirmed, but it had been no surprise to her when she saw his body. Her fingers dug into her palms at the reminder of how ineffective she'd been. Yes, she'd known when he died, but she hadn't known in time to try to prevent that death. Now she knew that tonight was the night they would find the vamp who had murdered her father. She'd been working on trying to break out of the stronghold for a while, but she'd known tonight was the night she had to go. She'd buried her anxiety over the prospect of being on the other side of the walls that had encompassed her for most of her life and put her escape plan into motion. As a hunter, she'd been trained on how to kill a vamp. But as a female hunter, she'd never been allowed to actually fight a vamp or to mingle with humans. This was the first time she'd been out of the hunter's stronghold in 20 years, and the last time was only because they'd relocated from Virginia to Massachusetts when an upswing of vampire activity drew them to the area. Most times she understood why she was kept so sheltered, but she resented it all the time. There was so much of the world to see. So much to explore and learn outside of the thousands of books she'd poured through in her lifetime. She knew hunters were vital to keeping the human population safe from the monsters that came out at night, but did that mean her life had to be sacrificed? Kadence sighed and her shoulders hunched forward. Yes, that's exactly what it meant.